Now, the next thing on our to-do list is to make some blocks in the corner here. So let's go ahead in here and let's grab a square. And I'm gonna drag out a cube here, a little square or equivalency of a rock, so to speak. So I'm gonna set my action center to automatic. Okay. And I'm going to move this thing. I want to back up here for a minute. Okay, so let's continue on. And the first thing we're going to do is we're going to build some blocks right here in the corner. So I'm going to draw out a standard rock cube, so to speak, right here. I'm going to back it up, and I'm going to stick it in the corner, like so. Okay, that looks pretty good, I guess. Yeah, okay, now I'm going to select this. I'm going to move it up some, like so. Then what I'm going to do is, instead of using the clone tool, I'm just going to copy and paste this a couple times. Okay, so I'm going to copy and paste it one there. And I'm going to copy and paste another one. And I'm going to stick this one right in that shallow there that we made out. And I'm going to scale this one down to make it fit in there. And move it back in like that. See that? Now I'm going to take this one, copy and paste it one more time, and take it down here like this. Right there. I'm going to scale this one down a little bit, but not as much. I'm going to move this one down a tad and scale it down a tad too. Okay, now let's go to vert mode and let's mess a few of these verts up. I'm going to grab this vert here in the corner. I'm going to move that down like that. Then I'm going to take, I don't know, I guess I'm going to go in here, take this vert, move it in like that. Maybe take this one, move it a little bit. Like so. Now let's take this one, let's move it up, maybe even over a little bit. Now let's take this one back here, move it down. And let's take this back corner one, move it up a tad. Now let's work on our last one here, and we'll take that vert, move it down. This one, move it back, move it forward, like so. Okay, now we got our rocks in there that are slightly skewed. This could take a little adjusting here. So let's just hit the R key, scale it up a tad, and let's scoot it back in a little bit, like that. Okay, now we got our rocks in the corner there. So let's go ahead and move these down a little bit, like so. And like so. Okay. Now let's go ahead and build our shelf. So let's grab a cube. Let's draw out a cube. Like so. Thicken it up a little bit, bring it forward. Now we can size this thing up a little. I guess that looks pretty good there. Let's move it back to where it makes contact with the wall, so I can judge it a little bit better. Okay, that's looking okay. Can move it down some and over some, like that. So now that we've got that, let's go ahead and Let's run a loop slice right down the middle at 50%. Count of 1, like that. Then I'm going to grab that top one, this top one and bottom one, this bottom one, faces on the front and back. Then I'm going to hit B for bevel, and I'm going to make sure group polygons is deselected. I'm going to click. We're going to bevel this in, like so. I'm going to get my R key handy, scale it back up a tad, like so. Spacebar, drop the tool, go to duplicate tab, bridge. Actually, don't do all 4 of them at once, just do 2. So let's get rid of these bottom ones and bridge. You can see that makes our cutout. And let's do the same thing with the back one. We'll bridge it. Now let's go ahead and run some loop slices right up the middle at 50%, like so, of these shells. Okay, now we can select our shelf and we can move it back. And we'll put books in it later. Okay. We're just roughly placing this in right now. So let's go ahead and let's skinny this down just a little bit like this. Now I'm going to go to vert mode. I want to select these top verts. You know what? Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit the R key and make it a little wider, taller, like so. So now I'm going to select vertices, the top verts there, and I'm going to bring them down. Like I said, we're going to skew these a little bit. Okay, let's grab these verts over here, bring them in. Let's grab these verts, bring them down. We'll bring these in a little bit and down, or up. Let's bring them up like that. Now let's take these. We'll move them in slightly. These up top corners here, we can pull them out like that. As you can see, this gives us a skewed look to our bookshelves. Okay, very good. Let's see here. I'm going to scale down just the middle shelf a bit to where it ain't quite so thick. Okay, now we have our skewed bookshelf, so let's go ahead and select it. Command C, Command V to copy and paste it. I'm going to hit the E key. We're going to rotate this bad boy 90 degrees in the Y. We're going to hit the W for translate, and I'm going to pull this back out like this. We're going to stick it up against this wall, like so. Now if you want to go in and skew up your shelf a little bit differently so it won't be the same on this side as it was that side, it's completely up to you how you want to do that. I'm just going to make them just a tad different. I'll bring that one in like that, and I'll scale this one way out just to, you know, mix it up a little. And let's take this middle one and bring it down like so. I'm also going to give this middle one a slight downward incline too, to make it look like the books are giving it weight over time. Okay, I think that shelf, whoa, look at there. So let's take these edges, get in here. Let's push that back. That ain't no good, is it? Now, we're looking a little bit better, ain't we? Yeah. Okay, let's go ahead. I think that's just a tad too wide, so I'm going to scale that one in a little bit. Like so. And this one's a tad too skinny, so let's take this over and we'll scale this one out. like so. Okay, I think we got us a finished bookshelves and our rocks in the corner there in the wall. I think we're in good shape. Okay, this is where we're at as of right now. When we come back, we'll do our tables, and then we'll start on our center of the room. So, thanks for watching.